How are you doing, friend?
Excellent. How are you?
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
So good to see you.
Oh, I mean, it's been a journey, so
Same, same.
we're excited to chat with you about all the things.
I'm
Care Bear,
excited
it's
too.
been a long time
Yeah.
having this podcast.
Yes, it has.
I have my granny glasses on, which help me see you, but they're not very
They're,
attractive.
they're very Mrs. Claus. I like them.
Like, well, I chose this because it's very similar to what Pee Wee wears in the specials. So normally I have my cartoon shirt on, so Eric will be representing for the two of us.
I love it. I was going to get dressed up. I had a whole outfit planned, but
For the
I,
event or for
well,
this?
that's the thing. I didn't want to ruin any surprise for what I'm going to wear to the event.
Oh,
So
really? No. Oh my
I'm
God.
just
You're gonna
in.
leave me hanging like that? I'm getting over a little tickle. I don't know what it is, so I might be
That's
eating
okay. No
cough up
worries.
while
I'm
we
I'm always snacking or drinking in between all the things, so that's totally fine.
we're among friends, right?
That's
So it's
right.
okay.
Yep.
I got this weird thing and it just will not go away. And apparently everyone has it. It's like this tickle in the throat and nothing else. It's the weirdest thing. It's annoying. Like there's no symptoms. I don't feel sick. I'm fine.
Well, that's good.
I
I
just don't.
always know that I am getting sick when I get that tickle in the back of my throat.
Right. So it's that feeling, but it just never comes. It's weird.
I actually got really sick a few weeks ago, and I already had amoxicillin on hand from a previous prescription
What's
where I was supposed to
amoxicillin?
get, it's just antibiotics.
Okay.
Um, because I made a dentist appointment to have some extractions. So they
Oh,
put me
that's
on
right.
antibiotics because I've got like a small infection.
How are you
And
dealing with
it's
all
like
of
an
that? I
underlying
remember when we
tooth.
were trying to
Yes.
book Arna's thing. You had like dental stuff.
Yes, it's been going on that long.
It's still happening.
I
No,
still haven't had it taken care of
since
because the
October.
dentist won't get back to me.
Oh no.
There he is.
You poor thing. Hi, Daffy.
Oh, sorry. My alter ego's been exposed. There we go. Much better.
Huzzah! Here we go.
Hi,
All
how are
right.
you?
Eric was
Now,
helping my mom was in the hospital for my little
oh,
sister's wedding and we were recording it on a live stream. And my mom was like, "Why is Daffy in the stream?" Like she was like all like she had just come out of a major surgery and she was really like
mhm.
convinced it was Daffy Duck like
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
chat and she was like, "Why is Daffy Duck in the stream?" Like
The painkillers are working. Yeah, that's how
it
you know.
really did work.
If
So
they were
I'll
good
have what
enough
she's having.
if they were good enough painkillers, she already felt a little daffy. So it was probably
Yeah.
just worked, you know. Um, welcome, Caro. Welcome, Eric. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's great to have you both here on the
Thank
same
you.
show. Eric, thank you so much for joining me before and for hyping me up to Caro so much and having me be a part of your previous event
Yeah.
for the Care Bears screening. I had an absolutely wonderful
Oh,
time. It
good.
was
We
full
like to
of
hear
fun and color and
it.
buoyant joy and
Yeah.
it's you have done so much with Saturday Morning Cartoons United from the jump. That event was so good, and I know
Oh,
that
I'm so
this
glad.
event this Saturday is going to blow it out of the
We
water.
upped the ante.
You did. You did.
Well,
By
Sounds
a
like
million.
thanks to you for doing this like on the
yeah.
edge of a holiday. Like we appreciate you so much for making
Well,
the time.
well, thank you for joining me late and thank you for working it out. We went back and forth for, about 150 emails, and
Oh.
that's about normal. So,
It happens.
um,
Basically, yes. Probably more leading up to the Pee Wee event. My inbox is a little crazy right now.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, you are both joining me here tonight because you're both excellent people, but also to celebrate and promote this event this Saturday, which is a screening of the Pee Wee Christmas special. There's going to
Yeah.
be a bunch of awesome celebrity guests, including E.G. Daily and DJ Lance Rock from Yo Gabba
Oh,
Gabba.
I feel like we need
And
this whole podcast just to name drop everybody. That's like,
well, yeah. And Tom Kenny, of course, of
yeah,
SpongeBob, and there's going to be a lot of great people there and some secret guests too, I heard, which is pretty cool.
I can reveal
Um,
some secrets.
and oh, please, exclusives. I
We're
love
getting close.
exclusives. Um, but it's all it's all for fire relief. And Animate is the official sponsor that you are working with. And I know Cartoons United is also working with Nostalgic Nebula as well. I wanted to mention
Yes, for
that.
Pee-wee. Eric and I connected with Cody for the Pee-wee's Big Adventure screening, which was my introduction to the Alex Theater. I don't, Eric, had you been there before? It's beautiful,
I've been there for
historic in-her theater.
previous screenings and events, and that was the first time I had met Cody in person as well because we had connected over his Instagram profile, and much like yourself, Devlin, just another connoisseur and another person that we connect with over our appreciation and admiration of all of these things, especially
Yeah,
Pee Wee Herman. you know,
yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons. He was part of that block. Saturdays and wherever you could get cartoons, and he had the King of Cartoons on his regular show, so it was nice. Why not, right? Pee Wee is also a connoisseur and appreciation, ambassador of animation. So
Yeah, yeah, seriously. Yeah,
that
no,
was the first
Cody's,
time that we had. I know I had connected with Cody, and again, I think we were very impressed of his event that he put on for the Pee Wee's Big Adventure film. He had an entire panel of everyone
everybody,
minus the great
including
Paul
EG.
Rubens, of course.
Yeah.
But he pretty much had everyone there that had a hand in making the film, from writers to producers to fellow on-screen actors, and minus probably the three heavy hitters would be Paul, Tim, and Danny. We were
Yeah.
so taken by that event that Caro had reached out to Cody, and
I just told him I was like, I'm a fan. Like, first of all, I wanted to thank him because he put on this beautiful event and invited us as guests, and he was so sweet and accommodating. And I didn't get a chance to meet him at the event. Actually, Cody and I were just laughing about this because we have these calls, like, we're chatting right now, like, almost every other day leading up to the event. And we've only met virtually, Cody and I. So we were just joking about, like, we're going to meet for the first time in person at this event, but I just wanted to reach out to him and thank him for inviting us and just telling him how impressed I was. And, as a person starting a charity devoted to nostalgic screenings, I wanted to pick his brain a little bit as well, because he's been doing this for so many years and he's partnered with so many amazing venue partners, including the Alex Theater. And I grew up, I mean, we can talk about this more, but like I grew up watching Pee-wee's Playhouse and just like curating this event, feeling like, I have this connection, all these incredible people that were a part of Paul's life, like getting to know Paul through all of these incredible people that we're working with right now on this event. But I told Cody, I said, number one, how do you do it? Like what you're doing is amazing. We want to do the same thing. Eric and I talk about this all the time about the importance of bringing back a sense of community and just bringing a slice of joy into people's lives, even if it's for a 40-minute screening or an hour, whatever. And just getting people back together again. So number one, I wanted to ask Cody, like, how are you doing it? Like, what's the secret sauce? And to ask, if there would be an opportunity to do something with Pee Wee because Pee Wee was a part of the Saturday morning cartoons block, and Cody was like, "I'll introduce you to the theater," and he was so accommodating and wonderful. But I said, "Well, if I do an event with this theater and with Pee Wee, like we're doing it together," because like he made the connection. So it started there, and now we're on this wild journey, and it's crazy to think that it's Saturday. It's this
Well,
Saturday. It's actually happening. Eric has been my therapist through this whole process.
nothing like the holidays, right? To get you to the forefront of another screening. It kind of just speeds things up a bit, I think.
Yeah, but everybody's pulling through like for a great cause, and there were a lot of people we reached out to that obviously because of the holiday weekend they just weren't in town, but everybody who's a part of this, Tom, EG, the whole Herman World family from the Pee Wee Herman World brand, they're all coming. Like everybody is, the whole friendship circle is like is pulling
Uh,
through for us. So
Devlin, will
really
you be joining
glad.
us again?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right.
In fact, as I
Devlin's on the
mentioned to
list.
Caro, I will be bringing a date.
Whoa, hey.
Um,
Hey, whoa, breaking news. Wait a minute.
yeah,
Date night. We love it.
yes, indeed. It is, we literally just met. I probably should
We'll
talk
make
about
you
this
look
off
good.
mic,
We'll make you
but
look
oh,
good.
thank you very much.
Wait, trust me,
Uh,
Cara and I love popcorn dinner. That's our favorite.
No, literally, we go to the movie theater and we eat popcorn
Popcorn
for
dinner.
dinner.
oh, I love that. What was the last movie you went to see together?
Wicked for
Wicked.
dinner.
Yeah, we
Of
saw the
course.
Wicked movie. I
Wonderful.
know. We should have seen SpongeBob. Sorry, Tom. We will see it.
I
Second
don't think
one.
he'll be upset about that.
We're
We'll,
working our
Uh,
way
we'll
through the
surprise
office.
everyone at the screening that it's actually a double bill. So if you stay after the band, you can watch the SpongeBob movie. No, I'm just kidding. We don't.
I mean, there are some, I will say there's some really cute Christmas SpongeBob nuggets so that I won't, I can't reveal here, but you'll have to come to
okay.
the event to
Very exciting. Well, there is a short that is playing before the screening, which is Potato Face by artist Jim
Yes,
McKenzie.
yes,
How
by
did you guys find Jim?
Jim. So I have worked with Jim as a gallerist actually for many, many years. So that was our initial connection, and we just, have kept in touch all this time. And I am a huge fan of his stop motion work, and he's produced this film, this 10-minute short that is just gorgeous, and it just showcases his talent so beautifully. And it's not a Christmas film, but it's about a toy maker and his art making process is featured in the film, and it's just so beautifully shot, and the music is incredible too. And Deep Roy is in it for the
Oh,
Tim Burton fans out there. Yeah,
Keeping it in the
and
movie universe, right?
Jim also, because we also have Bob Baker Marionette Theater joining us for this event, and Jim is connected to them as well, because in addition to being a very talented stop motion animator, he is also a puppeteer. Like he has so many incredible skills. So I love Jim, and I was a fan of this short he created. And part of Saturday Morning Cartoons United from the beginning, that was really important for me, was to create this platform of the power of nostalgia to uplift new and independent creators. So we're carrying on that tradition. We did that first with Remy Poisson for the Care Bears screening. We had a short in front of that screening, and so now we're gonna carry the tradition with Jim's short, Potato Face, and I'm excited for people to see it. We're debuting a theatrical edit special for the screening. So it's on YouTube, but it's different from the YouTube version. Um, so we're just excited for
cool.
people to see it on a big screen. He's only put it on YouTube, so that's pretty cool.
That's always cool to see your work on the big
Yeah.
screen, for
Mhm.
sure.
Ahead of
Um,
Pee Wee, no less.
Yeah, and he loves Pee Wee. I mean, who doesn't,
We all do. Deep Roy also was in Neverending Story, one of my favorite fantasy films of all time.
Really? He was,
But
oh,
he
that's
Oh
rides,
yeah,
right.
rides the snail, right? He's
that's
the
Oh my
that's
God, that's
exactly
right.
right. Yep. Hmm.
Wow.
he's been working since the creation of film. Deep Roy. He's
Yeah, so his he has a funny part in this. So yeah, so if you're not familiar with Jim's work, please check him out because he's so talented and amazing, and he was so great to work with on this. And yeah.
Cool. I can't
Yeah.
wait. Gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
What are some of your first memories of Pee Wee's Playhouse?
Oh, well, I know Eric has a really good Paul story, so I'll let him tell that.
I mean, geez, if you're gonna date back to the Saturday mornings, it was all about that theme song for me. And any good theme song, as you know, has a roll call of all the characters in it. So I
Hmm.
mean, if you're talking about Animaniacs, Tiny Toons, uh,
Sure.
I mean, they all had like a good roll call. That Cops animated show was a good one. They just kind of I
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
want to recreate that intro live action,
Hell yeah.
Michael Bay style,
That was a great opening. I watched every episode of that
like
show.
frame by frame. And then along comes Pee Wee's Playhouse that really gets you in the mood, and it really is like a buckle up. We're about to, you know, go to your favorite place on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
And I was just obsessed. He was just so funny. I always, I remember my first communion, growing up in Catholic school. When my mom was like, "Okay, you could pick out your suit. Do you want a tie or a bow tie?" And I picked a snap-on bow tie so I could be like Pee Wee and talk to my parents. They would turn on the song Tequila and I would do the dance. I would make my
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you have your own podcast. You are the entertainer of the family. I
Oh
know
yeah.
I know an entertainer when I see one, and I was my fondest memory though. I mean, was gosh, I just wish I could go back in time and if not just swipe everything off the shelf, at least take a good picture of what those toys used to look like on a
Yeah.
shelf. I mean, going back to any toy store in the 80s and 90s, I have vivid memories of just seeing the entire, you know, uh, Beetlejuice, action figure collection. Just
And
just
the
a
one with the coffin where you
common
could
where you see what
like turn the little
bodies.
latch
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he would,
He was like
oh, that was
behind
so
the guy.
cool.
I mean, they had anything and everything in abundance back then. And especially the Pee Wee's Playhouse original figures, including the talking Pee Wee doll. Anytime we had gone to a department store or any, Walmart or in Canada we had at the time there was this like our equivalent of Target in Canada was Zellers. And I'm saying Z, not Z, Canadian Zellers, Zellers or Woolco. And there it was at the end of the toy aisle was this talking Pee-wee doll. And I remember the shape of the box. It kind of looked like a big candy bar because I always think of food when it comes to packaging and stuff. But it looked like a giant chocolate bar. And I was just like, "Oh my God." Like I begged my parents and Caro and I were talking about, we were joking around in the store the other day just walking through a toy section thinking back to when you were a kid too, trying to use reverse psychology on your parents, going, "Oh, I don't need that My Little Pony. It's not in our
We
budget.
need it. We need all of them.
We don't need to buy it." When you're a kid, you try anything and everything, including reverse psychology on your parents. Try
This
to
is
get
why
that
our
toy.
next house is going to be a fort
I
built
know.
out of
We should
our
just
all our collectibles.
we're just gonna open up a store and just sell our stuff. But yeah, it's insane how much begging and good behavior I went through to finally open that doll on Christmas. I remember seeing it under the tree, and it was the same shape. There was unmistakable, and I was like, "Oh my God, my
They
mom!"
didn't put it in a box. It was just
It was literally
doll
wrapped.
shaped.
The wrap, no, it was in the box. Because I memorized the shape of the box. I knew
Oh, sure.
that obsessed. And when I opened it, I like flipped out. it was with me everywhere. I know there's footage, video footage of me playing with that doll when I was like 10, and
Oh, we gotta find that.
I'll surely tag you in it when I post it. It again, obsessed. Caro, I don't know your obsession with Pee Wee. Where did
I
that start?
mean, and Eric pokes fun at me all the time because of my grainy glasses, but my favorite part of Pee-wee's Playhouse was a little more obscure. It was the penny shorts. And it's because
Sure.
I had glasses just like I'm wearing now growing up. I didn't have contact lenses when I was really little. And I was like 4 years old when Pee-wee came out. So I don't even think I fully understood Pee-wee that young, but I watched Saturday morning cartoons and, sat in front of the TV with my pajamas on at 4 years old. And I have very clear memories of Penny, the Penny character, because she reminded me of myself because I had these big glasses I had to wear. And actually, when I reached out to Herman World about doing an event, initially it was not for Pee Wee Playhouse Christmas special. It was to feature like a block of Penny shorts. I wanted to just do a screening of the Penny shorts because I love them so much. And I just wanted to do like a cool event that like celebrates the animation because there's so much great animation, like the opening and the refrigerator characters and Penny and shout out to Craig Bartlett, who
The dinosaur family.
yeah, the dinosaur family, all the fruits and vegetables. I mean, there's so much great animation in Pee-wee's Playhouse. And so, yeah, for me, it was the most nostalgic part of it was the Penny shorts. And but I reconnected with Craig Bartlett over this event because I he animated the short that's in the special and I wanted to invite him. He couldn't make it, but we're chatting now about this idea to maybe do a Penny event.
Penny retrospective.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's like we just want to have fun. We're out here, we're doing this, and it's for a good cause, but it's fun too. Like we love cartoons and we love these things that we grew up with. So,
And when you
want to
get
have fun doing it.
when you get to be there with a group of people experiencing it, hearing the laughter, maybe some jokes that you were too over flew over your head when you were a kid, you're catching
Oh,
it in the second round, but another chance to see it, like, at any one of the historic theaters in the city, and again, for a good cause.
yeah. I mean, what makes this event special is the scale of it because it's not just a screening. I mean, it's really the first time the Christmas special has been celebrated at this scale with a full big screen screening and live performances and fan experiences and a pop-up store. We're gonna have photo ops and a pop-up store and the Bob Baker Marionette Theater is coming with puppets. Like it's never been done at this scale. I'm
I
amazed that Herman World is letting me do this.
When you think about this, though, too, it's like, where other than the original time it was aired would you ever see it again? Unless they did like a rerun or reran it every Christmas,
Right.
unless the show was in production still or still on air, or if it was included in the entire run of the show. I mean, it's really hard to find in syndication, period,
Yeah.
unless you own
It's
the box set of the entire show, which is, gosh, I don't even know. I don't even understand how I've survived this long without that box set. And I think the original one was on VHS, if you think about
Yeah, it was on VHS.
the
It's a
original
really rare screening. There's only two other theaters in the country showing it right now,
So,
from Christmas
damn.
time.
Wow, that is pretty incredible. And I know some of the exclusives you're going to have are from Nico and Kid Robot. They're really going all out.
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
some awesome
NECA
sponsorships
Toys
for
and Kid Robot sponsored us. They sent us all of the Pee-wee collection pretty much, except I think the only thing we didn't get, which I'm like refreshing, hitting the refresh button, waiting for it is the clocky clock by Kid Robot because it's on pre-order right now. And I was begging them like very early on, like, please, can I, because I wanted it for myself. So but they were so great and sending us just boxes of toys and stuffed animals and Danny Elfman signed Pee-wee's Big Adventure posters for us. We have signed vinyl by Danny. Danny is gonna have his own merch. Um, available, like t-shirts and hats and things. Obey clothing, because Obey Giant, Shepherd Ferry, he's DJing for us in the forecourt before the event. So his brand, Obey Clothing, is has exclusives there. I wanted a Christmas sweater moment, and Obey has a green Christmas sweater right now, which so of course we had to have that. Um, just there's just so many people coming together to make this possible. The list is miles long. It's just really it's touching because they're donating all of this for fire relief. So um, yeah, it wouldn't be possible
Are
without
we
everybody coming together.
allowed to reveal at the capacity that we're almost sold out?
We're almost there. We're not quite. So if anyone listening, if this will go out in time, right, Devlin? So yeah, if anyone listening hears this and they think it sounds cool, please come join us. Use promo code Playhouse. We'll give you that. Help us sell it out. Every dollar, everything, from the ticket sales to the pop-up store, we're donating to fire
There's
relief.
still going to be people walking up. It's not a small theater; it's a very big theater, and
Yeah.
if you hear good music from the street, and if you happen to be walking by on Saturday, hopefully it stops raining by then. Knock on soundproof foam. Uh,
Yeah, I've been stalking the weather app on my phone. So
I have too. Oh no. I was just like,
oh
I
my
thought it
God.
was actually going to start earlier today, and I'm glad that it didn't. I guess it's going to
I
be
know, but I don't
later
want it to
tonight or
like be
whatever.
delayed
Yeah.
too far and then it runs
No,
to
no.
Saturday. But
The
we are rain or shine, so just so everybody's clear. So we're going to be indoors in this beautiful historic theater, and if we have to, we'll pivot to indoors. But right now, it looks like the sun will be shining for us, so we're keeping our fingers crossed. So
The Alex Theater is a really beautiful theater. I actually presented for the Young Artist Awards there several
oh
years ago, and yeah, really, really cool place. Very
yeah,
ornate inside.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. I know. Well, that was why I reached out to Cody because I was like, how did you do this? Like this theater is incredible and these events you're doing are incredible. Like I was like, can we do more? Like I want to do more of that, for a good reason. So yeah, no, it's stunning and we're very, very grateful to the theater for letting us take over with our Pee-wee extravaganzas.
That's awesome that you mentioned Danny Elfman has provided some posters, some signed
Yeah.
things, and he his legacy with Pee Wee is pretty prolific, and I
Mhm.
actually got to um, uh, well, I got to see the live production of A Nightmare Before Christmas several years ago, and with
Oh, with Paul.
All
Right. You
and
mentioned
Weird
it.
Al with Danny as Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
The
And it was one of the most
dream team. I mean,
incredible things I've ever seen
yeah.
in my entire life. And Billie Eilish was Sally too, for that performance. So yeah, it was
How lucky are
really,
you?
really cool.
Oh yeah, that was the interaction you were talking about, Caro, that I had with Paul before I went down memory lane
Yeah.
in recent years.
It's a cute story if you want to tell it.
Two times where I've actually had an encounter with Paul in person. Uh, I was doing voices on Kung Fu Panda: The Legends of Awesomeness, which was the Nickelodeon DreamWorks show about a Kung Fu Panda that we all know and love. And I did just a handful of ancillary characters on one episode, and I was done for the day at Nickelodeon. I was at the studio, pre-pandemic, of course, and my friend Gabe, who was one of the showrunners, Gabe Swar, he said, "Hey," he's like, "You'll never guess who's coming to the booth right now." And I was like, "Oh well, I didn't see any other names on the call sheet." He's like, "Yeah, I was trying to keep it secret because he likes to be very private, and it's only going to be like the engineer, my friend Gabe, and Peter Hastings, who is one of the show writers and executive producers." Who went on to direct Dogman for DreamWorks and was part of the Groundlings crew I learned this, and I was like, well, that makes sense. He at the time, Peter Hastings. I worked with him on Ninja Turtles, Kung Fu Panda, a couple of Captain Underpants for DreamWorks, and then yeah, I remember. I remember he was like, "Yeah, Paul Rubens is coming to do a voice on for one of the characters. Did you want to just stick around and watch?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, please, please." And I just sat there quietly. I didn't ask for any photos. I didn't ask for any autographs or anything. I just wanted to just watch this guy perform, and he did so greatly, and nothing even over the top. It was a very like subtle character, and but he was just making all sorts of I'm old jokes. Like he was just like he had to put his glasses on, and he was talking about pencils and different pencils, and I was like, what is happening right now? Like I watch this man every Saturday morning in the theaters, and Big Top Pee Wee aside from Big Adventure. It's just incredible getting to see him. And then years later, when the voice director Andrea Romano retired from voice directing, as you know her from Batman the Animated Series, we were talking about Animaniacs and Tiny Toons earlier. She had directed Paul many times for DC stuff. I think he was Batmite. I think he was Batmite in a couple episodes, and yeah, he was at the retirement party, and I got to design the poster for Andrea, and he was really taken by the image. I drew like a caricature of Andrea Romano and her husband Rogerio, who is an excellent designer on all of the Warner Brothers '90s stuff, and Paul looked at me and said, "Did you draw this?" And I was like, and he was like, "Hmm, very, very nice." And he, he took two posters. I made a bunch of prints for the guests, and I
I
was like,
like
"Oh
your
my
Pee
God,
Wee impression, your soft.
did you
Oh,
know this? Very nice, very, very cool, very cool." I just like to know that like one of my heroes, who was an excellent, you know, just a performance artist himself and loved art. He took two of my works. Oh,
see? Oh, maybe that's the seat map right now. Can you see?
oh, what? It's not. It's blurring. It's not in front of your face. That's why.
Looks
Oh,
like there's one seat left.
oh my God! Really?
I just got this text now. Yeah, as we speak, people are buying tickets. It's amazing.
Wow! 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 Wow!
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, I just love that story. That's just so sweet.
Trying
That's
to
pretty
find.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be rude and be on my phone now too, but I'm
Sorry.
For
We're so
the
close. We're so close to the event. I'm literally like
for the purposes
multitasking.
of showing off, go for it.
what's crazy is too is like, like here's a good picture. This is nothing to do with nothing to do with the retirement, but this is a picture of us at a Puss in Boots session, and look who I'm standing next to. Alan Tudyk. I don't know if you know. He
It's,
does like a
oh,
ton.
I know Alan.
Yeah.
I wish I knew him even better. I love Alan to death. We actually got well, I worked on Con Man with him and Nathan Fillion
Wow.
because I donated to the Indiegogo that they
Wow.
did for the show. And actually, this is a longer story for another time, but I'm in a number of scenes in that show, including one with Sean Astin, which was really fun. But I'm in one right with Alan, and there was an opportunity for me to get a line, and I really wanted it
Uh,
really badly, except there was this dude that was also at the same table that had flown from Germany or something to be there on set. And I was like, you take it because
oh,
I did, I had just come from across LA.
yeah.
Uh and I was having such a good time. I mean, those guys are so cool. And Alan is great. And I don't know if you've heard his new podcast with Nathan. It's called We Were Spacemen. Once we were spacemen.
Oh my
And
God. That's
most of the episodes are just he and Nathan talking. But of
yeah.
course they've they had on Jewel and they had on Morena, and just such fun, cool guys. I think,
They're
you
just,
know, you,
like us kids having fun. That's all it is.
yes, yes, yes. You and Alan are some of the most prolific voiceover actors out there, and
Aw.
I'd love to work with the both of you.
I think he's
Um,
talking to you, Caro, not me.
No way.
I only
um,
wear these shirts
You're the
because
professional.
I like old. This is from Florida, this Universal Studio. I only like cartoon shirts. That's I don't really. I'm not a real voice actor. I'm just a wannabe.
just faking it. Yeah,
We're
fake it
for
till you
the
make it.
we do this for the t-shirts and the toys.
Yeah.
We work for toys. I do basically. That's what this is not my day job. I actually do have a day job and I spend my money on toys.
I hear that. I would too. I used to do that. My dad actually used to drive. He used to run a trucking business,
Oh,
and he delivered for a bunch of the toy companies, including Kenner.
Oh, cool.
So
whoa,
I had
Kenner.
a bunch
Wow.
of the original Star Wars
Oh,
figures, and
Oh my
one of my
God.
favorite sets of all time, the DC Superpowers collection,
yes, mine
which I've
too.
been trying to uh, collect for my entire life. And I don't know that I'll ever have a complete collection,
Well,
but because some of them are like $500-600 a piece for like Cyborg and
Oh,
Mr. Miracle and stuff. There's some, really rare figures out there, but
yeah. Kenner made one of my all-time favorite lines, which was Fashion Star Phillies. Very girly, but I can't contribute to the Star Wars conversation. But any magical horse related
I
content, I'm here for you. And
were those the ones with
Fashion
sort
Star
of the
Phillies was my
the
favorite.
rainbow shiny kind of
They
coats
had different
with the
outfits and you could style their hair. It wasn't My Little Pony. It was like grown up My Little
it
Pony.
was
I remember.
They
like
were Fashion Star Phillies.
connoisseur, yeah. But I'm right there with you with the DC superpowers. Those were, I mean, I remember Firestorm was my favorite
Oh,
figure.
Firestorm. Yes.
Firestorm was the best, and then the Flash was my favorite after him, and then I remember visiting Los Angeles for the first time. This had to have been just in 1989 with my parents. And we were walking down Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, looking at all the shops we could never afford to walk into. And in the display window, they had these Batman watches. I forgot who put them out, but along with the display, whatever genius put the display together. It was a small window, like literally not like literally like just a small storefront window in Beverly Hills. It had like four Batman watches, and they were surrounded by the Joker from DC Superpowers, but he had like the monkey tails and the giant hammer, like the big sledgehammer, and
Yes.
I wanted it so bad that I walked into the store and I was like, I don't want your watches, but is that Joker toy for sale? And they're like, please leave. Are you lost, little boy? And I was
Right.
like, no, I want that toy. I I've never been able to find that version, that specific.
They are
It's
they are
important.
out there. They are
They're out there.
very hard to find and they are very expensive. Those tails, and you can tell that it is the superpowers version of the Joker because the tails were removable. They snapped in and out.
Yes, yes.
You could take them off, and that was one of the coolest parts about that set is they all had these very cool
Accessories,
pieces,
yeah.
the accessories, and they all had an action move, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, yeah. What
squeeze their knees together, and
yeah,
like
the
the
arms.
Flash would do
Yeah,
the run, would
yeah.
run, and Batman would punch, and Hawkman's wings
Oh,
would
and
flap back
also,
and forth.
did they not have the Batmobile from that series as well?
Yes,
Oh,
with the battering ram, and it was in the style of the 60s Batmobile that they did that.
Probably see it on my wall. I don't
Oh,
know.
here we
Oh, is
go.
it back there?
Or hold,
Do
please.
people see this video? Because I feel like people need to see this right now.
Oh yes, this will be going out.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
really?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Glad I dressed up in my ugly Christmas sweater. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. We're gonna get the toy tour.
I love it. I love it. I have the Batmobile and many of the various figures back at home in Illinois.
The
I don't.
Batmobile is next on my list. I rented an Ecto one for Eric for his birthday.
Oh,
The
I
Batmobile is next. Oh, you saw? Yeah.
saw every single post. I am so jealous. You have no idea.
I was
I've,
telling, we were talking about the Ecto one, babe.
oh yeah, no, I have so many. My whole thing was collecting the Hot Wheels Batmobiles, and I just have so many that I was trying to find the Super Friends one, and I know that there were two because there was one with the battering ram, and then there was another version of it that looked so slick. But I remember looking at this one, and this is the '66 Barris Batmobile, of course, but with the Dukes of Hazzard coloring. I don't know if you can see that.
Whoa, that's so cool.
I saw that and I
Wow.
was like, I need this. I kind of need it. And actually, I was like, it would be sacrilegious to actually do that to a real Barris in real life.
I
But
feel inadequate. I should have brought some ponies or something. I didn't know we
well,
were having show and tell.
yeah, yeah, well, yeah. Sorry,
Podcast took a turn.
sorry.
Saturday morning toys.
What are you gonna do? Of course we're
There
gonna.
was a very cool detailing shop like about half a mile from me, and they had one of the 60s Batmobiles in there where you could
Which,
just
which
walk around and just like, I don't think you could actually touch it, but they had it like right there. You could see it through the
The
window.
1966 from the Adam West series. Oh,
which
cool.
shop are you talking about?
Oh, what's it called? What was it called? It's not there anymore. Was like right down Riverside.
Oh
Um,
yeah, well, was that not the old Barris?
it might
Like,
it might have been. Yeah.
no, why? Because the guy that's working on my car right now is the guy that has probably that Batmobile you're talking about. His name is Dave Shutton, and he has his own garage.
It's amazing
And
what he's doing to
and
Eric's farm.
there it is. I mean, you can see
Yep, there it is.
he even has the old Barris sign because that's what the steel studio you're talking
But
about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's not road legal, is it? Because it doesn't have
I
mirror.
don't think so.
Can't
I
drive it.
I sat in it, and I actually there's a bat phone in there that like literally is just being held onto the car with
Didn't
Velcro.
it
It's like a
have a
Velcro.
blowtorch too? It
I
has a
mean,
blowtorch.
yeah, I mean it had,
All kinds of gadgets.
but I mean he took it out on the road. I think with
Oh, cool.
Jay Leno.
Oh, yeah, he's like on the freeway. Okay.
I mean, it literally is just the steering wheel like cut off. Like they cut the steering wheel with a hacksaw, and But this guy, you have to look up Dave Shutton. He's working on a car with me now. One of my uncle's old GTO. But yeah, I'm gonna try to find that picture of me in the Batmobile because I was like, I never really get starstruck with a lot
I,
of.
I said it looks like the Jetsons car. It's cool. Cool
Oh,
looking.
absolutely, the Jetsons, anything that has fins on it. Uh,
Sure.
from the 50s or 60s, like the Ecto one, of course, is
It's
a great
very
one.
on brand for you.
I am so overwhelmed with jealousy that you got to ride in the Ecto one.
I
It's
got to
been one of my
drive it.
He got to drive it. I
right.
sat in the back seat, which is not, I was rolling around with the gear.
I was driving very carefully. That's the most defensive driving I've ever done in my
Yeah, I
life.
bet.
I don't,
Just
well, because Mike, who owns the car, I don't think he lets people drive it normally. It's like a photo op car. He rents it out for parties. But I called him and I was like, could we drive it like around the
Sure,
block, you
sure.
know?
That's
And then could
me.
you take us to
Yeah.
dinner after?
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Oh
Everything
my
in the
God.
cockpit is labeled bat something like bat smoke
Sure.
screen, bat steering wheel, bat coffee maker, bat pizza oven,
Shark
what
repellent. Yeah.
bat
Right.
air fryer. They have everything. They had everything.
There's a Batman screening in the future. So I can see
Uh,
this now.
I can't wait. I absolutely can't
It's
wait.
been at the top of Eric and my list for a long time. So
Oh,
Well, I
well,
we
mean,
have a hit list. We have a hit list.
there's like a lot of we just want to say the Warner Brothers after school block is something that we're dreaming of doing, and then
Yeah.
possibly even if we could get his attention, Spielberg to talk about it, or even do like a remote video, because I never really heard him speak about why he did these things, aside from the fact that clearly he loved animation, but you know I don't know. I mean, it's he's done so many amazing things in his career, and it's just like all of a sudden, Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, Freakazoid, like Pinky and the Brain. Like, where did that all come from?
Yeah.
And I know it wasn't all Spielberg. There was Tom Ruegger, there was Paul Rugg. I would. There's nothing I would love more than to really tip a hat and pay homage to that. That there was nothing like that 2 hours or an hour and a half or whatever how long it was after school, because that's when I watched it anyways, was after
Yeah.
school. uh
We're starting with Powerpuff Girls. We have that. We're
oh,
planning.
really? Oh,
Just
cool.
starting. Just starting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do
Um,
something for next fall, like a back to school thing.
that would be so great. I know. Whoever's listening.
I will.
Let us know if you want this to
Wh-
happen.
I
whoever owns
will.
whoever owns Warner Brothers by then,
Netflix, if you're listening.
Ooh.
whoever whoever owns me after fall next year, putting in a special request. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well, yeah,
I
I mean,
will.
it's
I
not
will.
really a joke because we sometimes we don't know who to reach out to. I mean, that was, a bit the first 6 months of even before we even got to Care Bears, like it was just this forensic dig of like where these things are because even the studios that own them now don't have the screening rights to things from, 40 plus years ago. So, just to get this far has been a challenge.
And with that, I want to talk to you about a about another great artist of immense talent.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about Ernest.
Oh, we are chatting.
Okay,
We're
because
chatting.
Good
because
It's
morning.
family owned and there's a whole it takes time because they're not email people. But we're in touch with the family and fingers crossed we can make something happen there. And then there's a documentary coming out as well, and that's in post-production. They're not ready to do a screening. I keep emailing them. But we're in touch about potentially showing that. We're, available. Please call us. We're ready. When the film is ready.
I mean, he had his own talking doll as well, and he had his own Saturday morning. Hey Vern, it's Ernest.
Yeah, the Haver and Saturday
mhm.
morning cartoon show.
I had both of the dolls. I had the Pee Wee doll and the Ernest doll, um, and the Urkel doll.
Oh, hey,
The
wow!
importance of being
Did
earnest.
I do that?
Yeah, of course, Jaleel,
That's right.
Jaleel White.
But yeah, there's also a graphic novel called Ernest and the Dreamstone, which was a Kickstarter, and that they are still putting that together, but that should be coming out over the next
Oh, okay. Well, we'll
year.
have to
So
align
I
the
will
stars.
when I get it in the mail, I will show it to you guys
Oh my God, that would be
because
incredible.
it's pretty neat.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No, they're in post-production on, it's called The Importance of Being Earnest documentary. And it's independently done. It's like a skeleton crew of people that just love Ernest. And are telling his life story. It's going to be amazing. I mean, they've been releasing trailers and it looks great. So we're rooting for this. So yeah, Ernest is on the radar, 1,000%. Eric knows very early on we bonded over Ernest. So I think that was maybe the first movie we watched together was an Ernest movie, actually.
Ernest Goes to Jail. Yeah.
Ernest Goes to Jail, which is my personal favorite. I'm
That's
excited for Ernest Saves
fair.
Christmas.
Isn't
I'm
that
in
the
the mood.
one where he breaks the pen in
That's
his
the best.
mouth and
Yes,
the
that's the
yeah,
classic.
yeah.
Come on.
If I could,
Iconic
if I
Ernest
could
moment.
pick a obscure Halloween costume, it would be Pen Ink Ernest from Ernest Goes to Jail. But then again,
Oh, that would be so
there
good.
would be like Electric Ernest, so you could have all the metal glued to your face,
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
absolutely. It's a little zap points coming out.
And then
Um,
every now and then go, he did that noise when he was on the floor. Gosh, what a crazy ending to a movie too. Like it just kind of just ends, and yeah, I think he gets smashed against the wall and falls and goes, "Ugh," and then credits roll, and then
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
wait, the movie's over?
It's
What?
very abrupt. Yeah. We're like, is there something missing? Like, what happened?
Like, well, I'm gonna go back to cleaning floors, and then like credits, and then that's it. And you're like, wait, that was the end? Oh,
I
okay.
really want to watch Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh yeah,
I'm so in the mood for it. I
I
can't wait.
watch it. I
Like,
watch
all
it
I want to do
every
is get
single
there
year.
to Ernest
oh yeah.
Saves Christmas.
I
It's
watch
that.
it every single year. It's on the rotation. That and A Muppet Christmas Carol and A Muppet Family Christmas, all the Muppets.
Yeah.
But sadly, Ernest, I was just checking. Ernest Goes to Camp is the only one that's like not available anywhere. I couldn't find it anywhere. But
Oh,
you can stream Ernest Goes.
how did we
You
watch
can
it?
stream Ernest Scared Stupid, and Ernest Goes to Jail
On Amazon.
on Amazon. Yeah.
I
And
think.
Ernest Saves Christmas is on Disney Plus.
Wow, Disney Plus.
Wow. Yeah. I'm
It's
surprised.
the only Ernest one on Disney Plus,
I
but
think Goes to Camp you might have to either rent or buy from YouTube. Everything that I know, like that I go to YouTube first, and then if I can't find it there, then I don't think it exists anywhere else because it just YouTube has everything. Everyone wants to be on YouTube, so
Yeah.
I think
and YouTube is going to be presenting the Oscars in 2029, which
Wait,
is
really?
yeah,
yeah, that was
that
just
I live
announced.
under a
Yeah, starting
kiwi-shaped
2029, I
rock right
think.
now. So,
Yeah,
okay.
can you
pretty
imagine?
nuts.
Can you imagine? I mean, if that's where the eyes are, and that's what
Wow. Okay.
that means that's where the Head and Shoulders commercials are gonna go. All the Dove
There are
soap
a lot of
commercials.
commercials on YouTube.
There's just a lot of commercials.
The Christmas special is on YouTube, I want to mention. If you're not in LA and you want to show support to Herman World, you should go there because it's on their official account on YouTube. So it's
Awesome.
a fun watch. I haven't watched it in full only because I want to enjoy it. I'm saving it for the event. Um, but it's there. You can watch it in
Yeah,
full.
me too.
And it's
I'm
beautiful, high definition. They restored it. It looks the screening of the edition that we're showing has been restored and looks beautiful. So
Woohoo! Can't wait.
yeah, and there's another edition we're working on with Fleischer cartoon. There's a Fleischer cartoon in the special, and we're going to be working with them for Valentine's Day on Betty Boop. But they're restoring that cartoon to make a new edition of the Christmas special for a future date. So, but yeah, but you can watch it on YouTube. So shout out to Herman World.
awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. And Eric, you still have Coyote versus Acme, which is
Oh
coming
my
out
gosh.
next year.
Yes. Ooh.
Huzzah and hooray, because
It
it was
really
fished
is
from
upon us.
almost being tanked forever. And
I mean,
we're
it almost was tanked. I mean, it seemed like forever. It was definitely tanked. And having that information delivered to you on something. I've been a part of things that you know, series or where episodes get scrapped or oh you got recast or something happens in the production where it doesn't always work out or it doesn't go your way or as well as you hoped, And that one was a tough one because there was like a lot of things going on already in that year. I mean, we found out, you know, we had to. I was thrown in the booth by order of the director Dave Green, like the day before the writer's strike, to kind of just go over the whole movie. This is our last chance to work on the movie before the writer's strike happens, and then we can't go. We can't really, it's almost like a solidarity thing, but also, if we wanted to rewrite or punch up, couldn't do that. We could only really work on it at that capacity, and then that was it. And the next time I ever really heard back from Dave, we were about 2 weeks away from the actor strike now being over. And we had made a time and a date to meet up to work on the marketing of the campaigning for the film. Because at that point, we still haven't heard anything that we were canceled. And right when the actor strike ended is the same week that we found out. Actor strike ended on a Wednesday, and everyone was so happy. And then on Friday, we get a phone call, and they're like, "Sorry, you guys, before you leave, ha!" Like punch to the stomach. We were devastated, and so were the fans. And that following weekend, Warner Brothers was like, let's take both feet that we just shoved in our own mouths out, and make the film for sale for the filmmakers to sell it to whoever they'd like. But what they didn't tell anyone was that it was only for sale at a non-negotiable rate of $80 million, non-negotiable. So, and I mean, at that time, no one was going to buy a movie, at that moment, at that price, because a lot of the contenders were like Netflix and just streamers. They're not. At the time, they weren't movie studios like making big budget things, but now they might be, having swallowed Warner Brothers. But it just wasn't in their budget at the time, having suffered two strikes. So it was, yeah, it was dead in the water. But then Ketchup came along, resurrected it, and we're August 27th, August 28th, 2026. I think is when it comes out.
Yeah, you're coming up on it. 6, 7 months? What is that? 7 months?
I think so.
Yeah,
So
it's exciting. It's
not a
gonna be
lot
an
of time
exciting
to
year.
go back to the gym and make sure I look good for the red carpet.
Right,
after I
absolutely.
after I
August
guzzle
28th. That's what it is.
after
August
I
28th.
guzzle 2 liters of eggnog this weekend, I will definitely go to the gym and
It's
lift it.
babe, let's just face it, it's the holidays. We're not going on a diet
I'm
until
gonna I'm gonna do the
it's
David
January 1st.
I'll do the David Hasselhoff workout. One time I was working on it 24 Hour Fitness at the Sherman Oaks Galleria. Like it was like it couldn't have been like 10 p.m. I think it was like late. And there's like, a bunch of people there working out late. And I'm just on the elliptical machine. And from the second floor downstairs, up walks David Hasselhoff. And he picks up a 30-pound dumbbell, and he looks in the mirror, and like he's a big guy. Like he's huge. He's like an 8 foot tall giant. He grabs like a dumbbell and goes, "Hah!" And then puts it down one, and then he leaves. He does one curl,
What?
and then he drops it and like leaves. I was like, wow. I was like, did anyone just see that Michael Knight was just here and he did one curl and then he leaves? Anyways, but
Also a SpongeBob
oh yeah,
person. Yeah.
so in the SpongeBob movie.
That's right. But you can't
The
say
power of
anything.
SpongeBob connections. I mean,
You
the
can't
theme of
you can't
it.
say anything to him because of course you can't hassle the Hoff.
You
That
can't.
is that is pretty cool. They're bringing Baywatch back.
Why not? I hope so, so we could do a screening.
Sure, sure.
Probably,
Yeah, that'd fit.
that's a
That'd
different
fit right
audience.
in. Uh,
Saturday night cartoons. Yeah.
what are
Yeah,
you
exactly.
what are your guys' thoughts about the merger and all of that
It's
happening?
tough, man. It's sad to see like one of like the marquee and like one of the first studios in this city like go up for sale like that easy. That I mean, I guess, hey, celebrated its 100th year a couple years back, and that's a great milestone. But it's just sad that only a few years later, they were kind of just trimmed down, and even though they had a stellar year in the box office, it still wasn't enough to get them out of any debt that they're in, and uh, you know, it's about a lot of things that I don't really think about, and I'm not a part of. Shareholders having the shareholders appeal and making sure that they know what they're investing in is worth something. And if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, it might raise the value of those shares. I don't know, but it's tough. It's really sad, and it won't feel quite the same. But then again, you look at something like Marvel and Muppets and Star Wars that were also, they weren't studios, but they were just as big of these iconic things. The Simpsons, even to know that The Simpsons has left, well, Fox is now property of, Disney, and it is for the true diehard fans that really just are purists in that sense. It's tough, but then you still go online anyways. You still get that Yoda popcorn bucket or whatever. You're still a fan. You're still gonna enjoy these remakes years later. You still wish, as a voiceover artist, that you grab that one voice on a Star Wars property or whatever, because it is the legacy. And I feel like seeing Warner Brothers go through this transition is really tough.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who are against it. Clearly, there's unions that are, banding together to kind of just put a stop to it. And who knows?
Yeah, there you go.
It's like could it exist as a smaller studio? I don't know, seeing it go to like a small independent studio. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
Eric is more proficient in these things than I am. I don't know that I can say I have an opinion on Warner Brothers specifically, but being new to this space, because I'm not in the animation world like Eric is, but just observing, all the shifting that's been happening this year, especially with studios. Um, I just think, what does it mean for the community, a merger like this? And
Oh, not
just
never good.
just going back to
Sure.
why
Yeah,
Eric and I are working on this charity series is because we want to be here for the community and show support for the
yeah,
community, and
sure.
whatever comes, all these shifts and industry challenges that the community is facing is, we're here to do what we can. So, um, what will happen? I don't know that anyone can say. Um, time will tell with the Warner Brothers situation, but
It's those,
we don't
like
want to lose the characters. Like, we love the
the
characters.
characters. I think, like, I made a joke with a buddy of mine who was chatting with. Uh, it's like the whole time that whole week of bad headlines was happening, the week ends on a Friday with the new drop of the Looney Tunes UGG shoes. You know what I mean? It's like it's funny how, you know, the the studio seems to be in jeopardy. Everything's in jeopardy. No one cares. No one wants it. And then you still have these Looney Tunes like overpriced shoes and jacket and merch. And there's not even a movie to promote or even a show that exists presently for Looney Tunes to be attached to. It just it just shows you that these characters are still worth a damn. Like people
Yeah.
still want these characters, and it's like you just got to be the right person in charge to do something great with the characters and not just bring them back to raise your viewers or to raise your membership of streamers. It's like to raise the integrity of the characters, to not just to bring them back. Like, how many times are we gonna have to bring back the Muppets? Like, how many times does Kermit the Frog have to turn the lights back on to his old studio? Just keep them on and just
right,
keep
right.
making the show. Like, don't stop. And then people like SpongeBob. It's like then people will have something to hang on to and something to watch and enjoy. And it's like the Muppets, like the Looney Tunes, are these evergreen characters that,
Mhm.
yeah, you could blow the dust off of another Space Jam script every 7 to 10 years, but it's like just make new stuff every year. It doesn't have to be like a tall order. It could just be a bunch of really well done specials, and I think people appreciate that more than a bunch of churned out shitty like made fast Muppets or Looney or whatever we loved. Just make them really good. Make them like mini movies or like a 6 part, every 2 to 3 years or whatever. And I think people will be happy.
They should really more closely, I absolutely agree, and they should really more closely follow the Weird Al method, which is, everybody always says, where has he been? Well, he's always been around and he's always making good, great, awesome stuff. And he hasn't released an album for 10 years, but he's also done a million voiceover roles,
Yeah.
appearing in literally everything and performing with
Wow.
the middle-aged dad jam band and
Still like relevant.
absolutely more
Yeah.
so today than ever before.
We
It's kind
love
of
Al. He was at the very top of the list of people when I was reaching out to potential performers, and he couldn't do it. But he had been in Paul's life, and they had performed together, and he did this really great video for us, encouraging people to come out, and we'll be sharing a message from him on the big screen, which will be a lot of fun. And yeah, shout out to Al. He really came through for us on that one. Um, yeah, hopefully if we do this again, if I have it in me to do another Pee Wee concert, we could bring Al in for
or
that.
we could do a Weird Al show tribute. He had his
Oh
own.
yeah, 100%.
We could do a Harvey the Wonder Hamster.
Oh my God, you're gonna
Let's
make my
do it.
heart swell 3 sizes.
Harvey the Wonder Hamster.
I'll send this to his manager, Jay. Be like, please.
Well, we could do the event around the Weird Al show, which had a lot of great animated segments, was very, Pee-wee's Playhouse-esque.
Maybe you could moderate that panel.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
let's
Oh
do it.
my
This
God.
is
Oh
how
my
it
God,
starts.
Eric.
This is
Oh
how
my
it
God.
starts. Yeah.
That would be the dream of my life.
We're not joking.
Now you have it on
I'm
tape.
That'd be
ready.
fun.
I was born ready.
You're recording this, so now you have it.
Yes, and
It's legally binding now. Yeah.
you better believe I'm gonna promote the heck out of that out of
Right.
this audio clip.
Find your
Let's do
Um,
it.
find your best hula shirt.
I've got a whole stack in my closet, ready to
We'll
go.
be we'll be back right here, folks, for the Weird Al show screening.
See you in a year,
Yes.
one year or 6 months, maybe. Who knows?
Oh gosh.
We
Give me
could
six
do
months.
the Night Santa Went Crazy event
Yeah.
for
I
for
love
next
that
Christmas.
song. I love that song. We shared it the other day. It's so fun.
I love you guys. Thank you both so much for
Oh,
joining
thank
me.
you.
I would love to go for another 3 hours, but you're very busy and you have lots to do, I'm sure. So
We'll
We
see you on
we
Saturday.
gotta open our Christmas presents.
Yeah, well, I gotta wrap them first, but I'll see you on. We'll both see you on this weekend.
yes,
So
you will. That's right.
yeah,
Yep.
thanks again for helping us promote the Pee Wee's Playhouse Christmas Special, brought to you in part by Saturday Morning Cartoons United,
Thank you,
Nostalgia,
Devlin.
Nebula, the Alex, and yeah, and everyone that's
November 27th.
uh,
If you're listening to this, it'll be out before the event, so please come. Tickets are going fast. Cartoonsunited.com. You can follow us at Cartoons United and show us that you like what we're doing because we want to keep doing it.
or
And
give us some
it's for you
suggestions.
guys.
Uh,
Yeah.
aside
Things you want
from
to see. Yeah.
screenings, if there's anything else that you guys would like us to host, that could just be even like a fun workshop, if you're looking to get into animation, like maybe just even throw a networking event or party. It doesn't have to be a screening, it could be a hangout. If there's anything else that is coming up that is worthy of celebrating, or things that in to do with the donations, other ways we can help, let us know.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you,
you both so
Devlin.
much.
We love
Absolutely.
you. Thank you. Have a
Right
good
back at
holiday.
you.
We're gonna see you really soon.
Yep.
Yes, you will. Enjoy your Christmas and yeah, I'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah, but that's all, folks. Gotta end it that way, I guess.
Amazing.
See you, Devlin.
Good night, guys.
Bye.